Okay, good day, my wonderful students. I go by the name kossydgreat. Today, we are going to answer this problem, and this problem is what? A pure semiconductor problem, okay? And we have that what? Question number one says, a pure silicon can be converted to what? P-type semiconductor by adding a controlled amount of what? Dash, okay? So it's a simple question, but we are going to capture a point there. And what is that point? The point said a pure semiconductor converted to p-type semiconductor, which means we have a pure semiconductor, and out of something we get another semiconductor, which we call the p-type semiconductor. Okay, so whenever something is done to semiconductor, in order to change it from what its pure form to another form, we call that in doping. So adding impurities to semiconductor is doping. So out of doping we get what? A p-type semiconductor. We can also get n-type semiconductor, okay? So, but to get p-type semiconductor, it means that what? You must add impurities that will come from what? Group 3. And group 3 is also the same thing as what? Trivalent what? Atom, okay? So when you add group 3 or trivalent atoms to semiconductor, what you are going to see there is what? P-type will form, okay? And this p-type shows that what we have excess what holes than the electron, and the holes are the positive charges, okay? So you can see positive charges will form, or positive charge carriers will be in excess than what? The electrons, negative charge carriers, okay? So for we to achieve that, we are going to dope the semiconductor with what? Trivalent what? Atoms. Okay. Now the elements could be what? Aluminium. It could be, group 3 elements. Now, but when you dope this semiconductor with what? Group 5, which is what? Pentavalent atom. What you're going to see there is what? Electrons will be in excess, therefore producing what we call the n-type semiconductor, negative charge type semiconductor. You know that electrons are negatively charged, okay? So that is what happens here. So we dope, we add impurities to semiconductor, either from trivalent atoms or what? Pentavalent what? Atoms. And when you dope with pentavalent atom, any type semiconductor will form. There we can have phosphorus and the rest of them. People from what? Group 5 in the periodic table, okay? So the answer to this problem is what? Trivalent what? Atom. Now let's move to what? Question number 2. Question number 2 says, the bond that forms a semiconductor is dash. The bond that forms what? A semiconductor is dash. Whenever they mention semiconductor, the bond that forms that semiconductor is nothing but what? Covalent what? Bonding. Okay. So whenever you hear the bond and you see semiconductor, if you are preparing for waec or jamb, don't hesitate. Okay. Just move quietly and what? Tick what? Covalent what? Bonding. I love you. See you in the next video.